Good afternoon everyone, Chris Fawcett from the Headache and Pain Management Centre here, and it's time to start calling it out. I'm sick of it, I've had enough. For the last 5 years when we've been opening here, certainly 5 years ago there was a little bit less knowledge about this than what we know now, but it's time to start calling out the myths and start calling out and busting the myths about what causes headache and whether the neck can cause it. So I've just had a phone call from a lovely lady on the phone who's been having migraine and headache for 10 years, which is something that's relatively common that we see here. We see it all the time. But I'm actually sitting on the reception desk for the first time in a little while my receptionist was having some lunch. And what happened is this lady was talking about, g'day there, say hello if in the comments there to let me know who you are. But certainly I was just talking to this lady on the phone, and what happened is it hit home again just how ignorant sometimes things can be out in the community about what actually the cause of headache and migraine can be. And this lady was telling the story about her 10-year battle with migraine, and what was happening is she's gone through the rigmarole as she normally does. So she got her migraines, they've taken her and putting her on. G'day Amanda, nice to see you there. They've taken some medication, they've given some Panadol and said, look, just take some Panadol if something's going wrong, okay, something's not going quite right, and things will get better. Basically, they've said, it'll get better. It helped for a little while, and then it didn't. So they started to prescribe Nurofen, and then that didn't work. And then they decided to prescribe codeine, and then the codeine became a bit of an issue, because what happens is that the codeine, you take it, okay, which might help for a little while, but then your body gets sensitized a bit more, so the codeine doesn't work. So it's time to go to a neurologist, okay? The neurologist says, look, let's go and put you on some medication here. Let's put you on some Sandamigrine, let's put on some Imigrine, which, to be honest, is actually a really good treatment for migraine. But the thing that really grinded my gears, okay, this is the thing that got me really, really angry again on the phone, is that the patient actually came out and said starkly straight out to their doctor, to the neurologist, and they asked both of their professionals this one, okay? And they actually asked the neurologist flat out. They said, look, when I get my migraines, I get a sore neck up through here, and then it comes up over the top into, over the top into my eye where I get the migraine. Could my migraine be coming from my neck? And the neurologist sat there and categorically said, no, your migraine can't be coming from your neck. Migraines can only go from the neck down into the shoulder. Maybe it was her GP, it was one of the two, okay? It got me angry, okay? I can't even remember exactly who it was that she said, but basically I just saw red, because again, I see this heaps. Okay, a lot of people are going to see their doctor, their neurologist, about their headaches and migraines, and what happens? They ask a very, very sensible question about, is my headache coming from my neck? And due to the fact they haven't looked at the new research, they haven't looked at what's going on in the literature, basically they're saying, no, your headache can't come from your neck. But I can tell you, it can. Okay, it can definitely come from your neck. And to be honest with you, it's 85–90% of the time it's coming from your neck, okay? I've done videos before about examples about how to know it's coming from your neck. So if it's on the left-hand side one day and it goes across to the right-hand side, if it can move around, something needs to be moving to cause that to happen, and it's the neck that causes that to happen. Okay, so if that's happening for you, call off the search. It's probably your neck, okay? In the absence of anything else going on in your brain or anything else, it's your neck that's causing it. Kat, we've got a fan on here. Exactly right, totally agree. So you can have all sorts of things happening with head pain, migraines, tension headaches, where basically the neck is ruled out without even investigating it. Okay. By the way, you can't tell if it's coming from your neck with a scan. You've got to actually feel the neck and see if it's actually stiff, if it's moving properly. Okay. And if it is moving properly, which joint is it that's actually causing it? Okay. It's really quite, it just drives me nuts. So anyway, this patient's coming in next week, which is great, and we'll be able to have a chat to her to see what's going on with her neck pain. But chances are it's going to be a C2-3 joint. It's going to come up over the top into her eye. We'll be able to feel what the neck's going on in the neck, and we'll be able to sort it out from there. But look, basically I just got a little bit angry there and thought I'd share my experience with you there, given that this is a common experience that happens all the time, and it drives me nuts. Neck strain, upper body stress. Yes, absolutely. So anything pretty much from here down, a lot of this happens, okay, Cassandra, when you get neck pain and when you get migraines and headaches. And the reason why is because the joint up through here, okay, at about C2, C3, it can refer upwards into your head, into your forehead, into your eyes, or it can refer down into the shoulder, and sometimes your brain can't work out which is what. It can go up into your head or down to your shoulder, sometimes both, okay? So that's actually a really good question to ask because that happens quite a bit. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my Thursday afternoon. I've got a couple of patients this afternoon that I need to treat, but I thought I'd share that story with you. If you are getting neck pain with a headache, or if your headache is on one side or the other and swaps to the other side, type in below neck headache, and we can send you some information about why the neck actually causes headaches, some information about what we can do to help it out, and we'd be more than happy as well if you type in below into the comments anyone who might want to hear about this story and they can relate to it, because it happens far too often and I'm calling it out. I've had enough, and basically we're looking to change the lives of people with headache and migraine more than what we are now, because I'm sick to death of hearing stories like this of patients not being treated the right way. I hope that's all been good today. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will see you again next week for another Facebook Live video. Thank you, and see you later. Bye-bye.